Alarm going off, brain doing backflips, coffee on the shirt, phone doing cat tricks, traffic at a standstill, mind on a landslide, smile on the outside, storm on the inside, emails, ping pong, calendars, carnage, 10 open tabs, mental garage sale.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to season 2 of the Crazy Headaches podcast.
We're back.
We are back, and it has been a hectic, pretty much month.
Yeah.
Of just only getting this set up and just everything. From business to personal to
work,
you everything. Name it. I forgot to grab my Red Bull. Hold on. I'm going to need it for this one. And I wouldn't mind Red Bull if you sponsored, because trust me, I drink enough of it. But yeah, so.
You know that's what happened to Juan, right? Red Bull.
Juan was drinking the cans that were about yay big and full sending it. So I don't full send. I drink one a day.
Yeah.
In the morning because I don't drink coffee. So that's my coffee.
Yeah. That's like Asher. Asher's on Red Bull in the mornings from 5 o'clock on.
Yes. But yeah, so it's been getting set up. I mean, I got some new things that y'all ain't gonna see, but in the background for us to kind of help with.
Yeah, I'm like, that's new. Going. And I'm like, that's new. He's like, no, that's not new.
Yeah, some things she thought was new were things that's literally been right in front of our face the whole time.
I'm just like focused on the message. I'm not focused on all the technical stuff.
But yeah, so it's just, I don't even know where to start with. I don't know, the changes have been made, and I haven't even showed it to you yet, which is wild. The season 2 theme song.
Oh, you changed our theme song?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I did.
Oh.
So I figured, you know what? I'm I'm going to change it up a little bit. So maybe we'll have a new season 2 theme song.
That's 2 strikes for you. 1 yesterday on Facebook, and then 2. You got 1 more, and then.
Yeah. So there's that. So. Yeah, I did have a new theme song made for it. After this, I'll show it to you. See how you like. So
okay,
there might be a new theme song that you heard at the beginning of this, or it might be the original. Who knows? I kind of like it. I had him do it in the style of like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Mostly trust you, but
yeah, so I had him do it. The other one was upbeat.
Yeah.
But this one, I had it upbeat and kind of more into the style of like Red Hot Chili Peppers. So, because I want to spice things up for season 2. So I figured.
Plus, we're going to be doing new things. Like now we can do live because we've been on there enough. So we can do live. And so we've talked about doing some live at different restaurants and various different events. And so we're going to be doing that. And we've got some interesting guests coming up, hopefully.
Yep. I have been in talks with the county sheriff.
Okay.
Well, about getting him in here.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have a few things coming up for season 2. It's going to be pretty exciting
and this season. All right. So I'm just going to say it right now is we keep everything in the rating of PG. It might skim the edge of PG-13 every now and then, because
we may have to edit some stuff out.
No, we'll edit some stuff out, but it's definitely like I'm pushing hard now, and it's one of those where
the ridiculousness in the world just continues to astonish me.
My mind.
Just different things, and it's not only us that's going through it. We talk to other people that are going through just like some like weird things. People, it's just a lot of stuff.
I don't know I don't know if it's now that I'm getting older and I'm seeing these things more,
maybe,
or if there was a flip switch at some point to where there is just a bunch of crazy people out there. Well, and it blows my mind. And these people can vote.
Yeah.
And that's not meant to be political. I don't care what side of the aisle you are on. If you look at some of these people, you would be questioning, do I want them making decisions for us? No.
Well, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, and then I have a few decisions that I have to make about, like, what I'm going to do in the future with some things. And but I was listening to a podcast last night. Okay, so some people watch these murder mystery stuff. I just listen to these podcasts about end of world. So I was watching a podcast last night that it was saying something about the CEO of Anthropic, Claude, and then it was something Elon Musk was talking about AI, and something along the lines. I don't know how true it is. Like I said, I just heard it last night, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to research the truth and what it was saying. But I mean, look it up. This is kind of scary. Elon Musk was saying, if you plan on retiring in 15 to 20 years, don't even worry about saving money for retirement, because there will be no retiring in 20 years. And that AI has learned so much more quickly. It's like Terminator coming up.
Or has anybody seen the movie I, Robot?
Oh yeah, I, Robot. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, and my daughter's strongly against AI because the water that it uses to cool down the system, it uses so much water that she said in 20 years, we're not going to have any water left. I don't know how much that's true. I think we have a lot of water on this planet, and there's so much more, but
yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
Well, I mean,
but it was kind of like I'm watching it like at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's still dark, and it's like, the end of the world is coming because AI has
keep peeking out the windows.
And I have delved into Chat GPT, and it's saying that and I've saw a lot of podcasts about. I saw a lot of podcasts about AI, the different types of AI. There's so many different types of AI, but some of them learn you very quickly. And so they can write things in your voice like it is you.
Oh, yeah.
That's scary.
I was watching an episode of Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah.
And
I watched Joe Rogan.
He was talking about he was driving down the road and a commercial came on of him, and he's like, I don't remember doing this.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when they were looking at it. It's just so easy where basically all they have to do is just upload one of his videos of one of his podcasts or whoever it is. If they have at least 5 minutes of somebody talking, that AI can learn that person's cadence, learn if they have any speech impediments, anything like that. And it can learn, and it could perfectly mimic your voice. That's why half the crap I see on the internet nowadays, I don't trust it at all until I do a deep dive into it.
No, you can't.
It's crazy.
Just half the things that people are saying or said are not true because they're just AI. And, used to, you could tell AI because you'd have a fourth arm sticking out, or crippled and or your arm is down here. But it's getting better. It's getting a lot better. Although I do have I've played with the little AI ads and stuff, and I've tried to get them to put my picture in the ad because I don't want these AI people in the ad. So I've tried to get them. They just cannot get me down yet.
Which is the craziest part. Let's bring this all the way back to when Photoshop first came out.
Oh yeah.
That's a pretty simple system to cut the person out of that photo and put them in. So I don't know why AI hasn't figured that out to go, just basically copy and paste.
That's pretty simple, but because I was here, put this picture in, this background, and they can't do it.
And it's just an AI regenerated photo of
and
you.
It looks awful. Right. I think I tried one time to get them to do an ad, and here's the house, right? The house stops right here. Here's me standing on air. It's I'm just standing. I'm floating.
The roofing goddess.
It's I'm on the ladder, but the ladder is right here. It's no, let's not try that. So they just haven't been able to do it, and just maybe just the version of AI that I'm using. There may be other AI stuff, but. I know Grayson doesn't want me using AI. She's very adamant about me not using it, but I've still tried it. And I mean, if you look online, there is a lot of people using AI because I've tried to generate some flyers, and then you'll look at somebody and they've got the same design flyer.
Yeah. It's like there's a general range of, if you're in this kind of work, we're going to use this. It's definitely, I've done deep dive because, I mean, one of my headaches lately is I have like bedtime revenge or like sleep revenge, where it's like you just don't have enough time during the day. So you procrastinate going to bed because you at least want to have some of you time relaxing, just vegging out, watching TV and stuff like. So lately it's been difficult for me to even go to bed before 1 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Because, and I have gone into bed. I'll be in bed laying there and just cannot fall asleep because my mind's racing and I'm just trying to like catch up on everything during the day. And I'm also one of those people where if I have something planned for the next day, for some reason that's stuck in my head. You
got to write it down. And have you tried that?
Well, I tried writing it down, but then the problem is I'm writing down 80 million different scenarios of how whatever I plan can go different. And I'm going through and like simple stuff.
Yeah.
Like putting up that monitor and that hanger today. Yeah. That came in yesterday and my mind just got so set on getting that done. Yeah. I couldn't fall asleep last night because I was thinking, how am I going to do that? How am I going to mount it? What am I going to use? And it's just, and that's with every little, I'm a person that once I have something that's ready to get done, I'm just ready to get it done. Yeah. And if something holds me back, I legit, that's, my wife calls it mytism. Yeah. Because that's just how I'm like the whole situation going on with my driveway. Yeah. Yeah. I have all the stuff sitting there.
But that's stressful because it's just like right there in front of your face all day long. Just kind of like our Lanai. How do you say it?
I say Lanai. I've heard other people say Lanai.
I always get it wrong. I can't get it right.
Potato, I guess.
Our pool cage. About that.
There we go.
It got knocked down by our neighbor's tree in January. And so we're here in end of May, about to be in June. And
has it been that long already?
Yeah. And we were waiting for it to get done. And the process started last week. And so it was only supposed to take a few days, but it ended up, he just finished and he hasn't quite finished. It's like a few little details, like some caulking and putting the wires. It looks
really good though.
Oh yeah.
It looks really good.
It is amazing. Yeah. And I was a little worried about it because there were a few modifications that he had to do because we added Elite panels over, because we had some of those cheap Elite panels over there. So we added the real Elite panels.
You extended the Elite panels out, which makes more sense. We extended them
over the hot tub, which I didn't quite fully think of that. It's right by the window to the kitchen. Now the kitchen is so dark. There's no light that comes into the kitchen. Yeah. So now I've got to get a skylight for the kitchen.
The one thing that we're usually against,
we don't like skylights, no, because they're potential leak points. But our crew are really good at installing skylights. So I would trust them to install a skylight so it's not gonna leak. But I do need a skylight in my kitchen now. But that's gonna have to wait. And then but it's really nice because now we can go into the hot tub when it's raining. Yeah. You
have more use of that back patio. I mean, you had a good size area before
of shade.
But now you have more use of if it's raining, like when you guys have those parties sometimes, like if it does happen to start raining, everybody's got more crunched into that little area or in your house. Like there's more of that outside area that can be used now.
It's so much nicer. And before, like when we moved in, the pool cage was aged anyway because it was there from 1983. Yeah. And we were going to paint it before we put in new screen, but we put in the new screen before our painters could come paint it. So then at that point we couldn't paint it. So it still had the faded and it looked old and then it wasn't to code, obviously, because the new code is
way out of date.
Yeah. I think we had the 2x2 post and they should be 4x4 post. So, and then you had more posts along the line where the shaded area was to where the pool cage was. So you'd knock, bump into those posts, or you had a line of sight that, you know, like when you're in the shaded area, instead of seeing like the nice pool and you see this pole in your way. But now it's nicer. It looks really nice. Yeah. And like I said, we just have a few things, but I sat out there last night and I tried to get Paul to stay out there with me. I said, isn't it so nice? He goes, nice and humid. it is starting. It is starting to get humid.
You got those big ass fans.
Yeah,
the fans
should be able
to move it around.
I've been keeping the fans on, and then we have in the lead panels. He put the light.
Where it has a channel in there.
Yeah, it has the light channel in 2 spots so that we can put lights or fans right there. So we'll get light in there eventually. But
yeah, definitely, I don't think it would be a bad idea to just put like the outdoor ceiling fans in those ones too, because then you could really circulate air.
We possibly may do that. And then also before it was a gable cage, and now it's got the mansard part. And
for those of you who don't know what that means the top of it's flat.
Yeah, the top of it's flat.
Instead of coming up like this.
And the mansard has like, it goes up at an angle and then goes flat. And so it's nicer. But now I can't put my table umbrella in there because it goes up at an angle and it's higher over the pool now.
Okay.
So,
well, I mean, that's
which is fun because that screen
shade it pretty good.
Yeah, it shades it a lot. It shades it, and I did not realize like we had the 2020 shade before, and the pool deck never got hot. But when the pool cage came down, you'd walk on that pool on the pool deck, and it was like hot. And then the pool got up to 90 degrees, which is nice for me because that's the way I like it, is warm. And now it just gets up to 84. Well, yesterday it got up to 87, but that shade is really good. And then we also got what's called Florida glass, and it's not really glass; it's plastic.
Yeah, it's like
but it looks like screen. Kinda. It looks like screen, but it's flexible. It's soft. And I've never seen anything like that. And so that's where we have the leak panels over the hot tub. We've got that going up. So you got shade.
You can see the roof too, right?
Slightly. It's kinda. It's kind of like the when you're in a bathroom, those glass.
Oh, like the frosted
glass. You can't really see out too good, but it still brings in a little bit of light.
Yep.
So yeah, it looks really good. The guys did a really good job with it. And
you got that project done. Now I just have to get
now you've got to get your project done. So yours was probably a little bit more of a headache than ours was. Well, our headache was just getting, the engineering, the insurance. Our neighbor was like, not my problem,
How do you know it came over from my house?
Yeah.
Well, because the base of the tree is still on your property.
Yeah. And that was funny. It was like, how do you know that tree? I mean, have you gotten a survey? Yes, I have a survey. But if you would like for me to take 8 feet of your property, I certainly would love to do that. We can just trade that off. But yeah, so there was headaches with all that stuff. But your headache is a little bit more. I think I'd be a little bit more irritated. I mean, a headache is a headache, but man, what you're having to go through.
And the thing is with me is I'm one of those people, I'll give you the shirt off my back.
Yeah.
I will help you out. I mean, there's been times where me and you and Paul have been out at a job site while it's dark because we just got to get it done. So, and I'm willing to do that. And I'm not one of those people that expects extra for it.
Yeah.
Like, we're all in this together. And I'm like that just in my regular everyday life too.
Yeah.
But I'm also one of those people I'm a teddy bear. But if you poke me the wrong way, I become a grizzly bear. And unfortunately, that's what some of these people have done. And for only reasons of basically, they've made some poor decisions themselves and they can't accept responsibility, and they have to try and toss blame to somebody else and blame them instead of accepting it and say, yep, this is my bad, I got to fix it. But instead, when they get called out on it, they go to the attack. Well, if you attack me, I'm going to attack back. Simple as that.
But it's just ridiculous, like the attack. Because, I mean, honestly, I've seen the drawing, and if they've seen the drawing of your driveway, it's gorgeous. Actually, probably, maybe they're jealous because it's going to be nicer than everybody else's.
It's strictly because it's me and my wife that want to do it.
Yeah.
Because we told them how it was. Backstory, if anybody doesn't know, my wife was the president of our HOA, and I was architectural review, and So we have a lot of involvement with that. And I've said it multiple times before. I can't stand HOAs, but the way my wife ran it and with her people, it was not like these other HOAs where they're overbearing and
it wasn't
BS.
Terrible.
It's basically like, hey, take care of your crap and pay your dues and whatever. And our dues are crap compared to,
they were really low because we were really surprised.
Like, we pay less per quarter than most HOAs in the area pay per month.
Yeah. What is it? When we left, it was like 137. So it's gone up some?
I think it's up to like 160 something, somewhere in that range per quarter. So it's not bad. And basically that was the only thing. But it's like these other people would whine and complain about that, wouldn't pay their dues.
Yeah.
Or like, listen, like, just pay your freaking dues. And really with it that much, it's basically just to cover, because ours is a private street.
Right.
It's not maintained by the city. It's maintained by us. So those little bit of dues is making sure that you have a road to drive on to get to your house, that we have street lights, and just to pay for the maintenance on the gate.
Mm-hmm.
And then have that landscaping company mow the common areas. But really
and that gate is a nightmare because people get so frustrated. They'll like hit it with their car, drive through
so
it.
The last time we thought somebody drove through the gate, we went to the guard shack to pull up the camera footage. It wasn't even somebody driving through the gate. It was some pissed off individual who didn't even attempt to go through the walk-through gate that was right there. Just was mad, grabbed the gate, yanked it, popped it, like broke welds on it.
That's crazy.
It's not like you got to be Hulk to do that. It's an aluminum gate. It's not, but still, he yanked it and then walked out. And I'm like, cool. It's not like there's a license plate strapped to his ass, so we don't know who he is or anything like that. Just, we know a random 6-foot male with a hat on.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is. We gotta.
Yeah.
But so we're dealing with all of that, and so they're basically.
And I'm surprised. I'd like to say that I'm really surprised at some of the people, because when we lived in the neighborhood, I was friends with these people, and these were actually the people that, like, out of everybody in the neighborhood, they're like the people that I'm like, say hey to.
They've showed their true colors, and it's on like Donkey Kong now.
It's really kind of crazy.
I mean, it's something that. So getting everything set up. So what we did was we sent everything into the city.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the permits. This is what we're going to do. This and that. We had the pavers got dropped off. Now, mind you, I didn't even know the pavers were getting dropped off when they were getting dropped off. It was a surprise to me.
Yeah.
One of my neighbors sent me a message and he was like, "Hey, work getting done soon?" I was like, "We must have got the permits." And I was like, "I guess." So I texted the contractor that's going to be doing the work on it. And he's like, "No, they're just dropping them off. So that once." Oh, okay, cool. No problem. Which we've done that. We've ordered material, getting ready. Mm-hmm. And once that permit comes in, we start working. We're good to go.
Yeah, so for pavers in Rockledge, you have to get a permit. Mm-hmm. If you're changing the...
Yes, if you're altering the driveway to make the pavers your driveway, you got to do stuff like that. And there's certain... Which is funny because in the city, it sure says there's no green space rule in the city of Rockledge, but there is. You could only have a certain percentage covering your yard and pavers and this and that, and you have to have this much grass. I'm like, you do realize that's a green space rule, right? Well, not really. I'm like, literally what you're saying is the definition of green space rule.
Yeah.
Like, say it is, and it is what it is, but don't.
So is that the holdup for right now?
No. So we've sent in the measurements and everything like that and broken out. So essentially, basically, your driveway cannot take up more than 20% of available yard space.
And that is
okay, no problem.
Code
that is in their code. It legit says cannot exceed more than 20% of your available yard space.
Okay.
All right, no problem. Which green space rule. But so I'm like, all right, no issue. So we went in, we looked at the measurements, looked at the drawings, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I broke down and did all the math and said, okay, this is the size of my property. this is the size of my house, so I'm deducting that square footage from the square footage of my property. So this is the square footage of my available yard space. Broke that down. What is 20% of that? So essentially 20% of the available yard space in my yard would be 1,062 square feet.
Okay.
Okay, so as long as it's not over that, then we're good.
Okay.
So did the measurements of the job we're planning on doing. It is 970, which, if anybody knows math, and I'm horrible at math, and I'm
That's
telling you,
obvious.
970 is less than 1062.
Yeah.
So, and trust me, I had other people verify my math as well when I was breaking down everything else, just to be sure of it.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. So, skip back a little bit. We had two individuals in the neighborhood that are upset with me and my wife because one of them was complaining that she never has information, this and that. And my wife goes, okay, that's not our fault. That's yours because A, we post all the information of every meeting on the Engage app.
Yeah.
But also, the whole time my wife has been present, we've maybe seen this person at one meeting.
Yeah.
And my wife told her that. She's like, so don't come at me like I'm a bad guy. Like, this is your fault. Like,
yeah,
you can come to meetings, you can do that, but you don't. So how is that our fault? And the other person is just a disgruntled old man who really has nothing better to do with his life. So,
well, yeah, because like I always liked him, but then he was in a bad mood one day and he just,
and that's how he is.
Yeah. It was just like old man syndrome or something. And he just walked by and he said something to Paul, wasn't it to Paul? And okay, so I get very protective. You guys can talk about me all you want. You talk about my people, my husband.
Oh, same way.
So I went over there to talk to him. I was like, what problem do you have with my husband? What did he do? And he had nothing to say.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
So.
He just decided, like, and same thing with me. Like when I first came into the neighborhood, now, mind you, my wife is an original owner in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like there's been a lot of different people who have moved in and out, but my wife has been there from day one. She had our house built.
Right.
She's an OG owner. So I moved in and shortly after, me and her started dating shortly after she moved in there, probably about 4 years after. And then I ended up moving in. So I've been a part of this community now for pretty much as long as I've lived down here.
Yeah.
So we're going on 7 years. And at first everything was great with him too.
Yeah.
And I had no problem. We talk. It's not like we were buddy, but when he'd go for his walks and I happened to be outside, he'd stop, we'd chit chat, this and that, no issues. And then somebody sprinkled more salt on him. And
well, and two, I mean, I guess, you know, I'm play devil's advocate here. He had, was the original builder because that subdivision was originally supposed to be like a
golf cart community.
Yeah, so
it was supposed to be a golf cart 55
community,
and older.
55 and older. The homes were supposed to be cause it's
higher end, like I don't know, mid to high end. Like
they weren't going to be like metal roofs.
Yeah, they weren't going to be the big mansions, but they were going to be.
They were supposed to be sustainable. You know, it was back renewable energy and stuff like that. So they had the styrofoam. Was it the styrofoam walls and?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, but anyway, but the builder went bankrupt because it was right around 2007, 2008 when the economy went something like that. Because Steve had told me the story about it. So there was only 4 houses that were built.
I think 4 or 5.
So when you come into a subdivision thinking it's going to be a certain way, and then you got D.R. Horton homes that actually buy out the rest of the properties and it becomes a different way. But it's been like that for a long time though. So you know, it's not like it's anything new.
Yeah, exactly.
But when we moved in there, it was still a really nice subdivision.
Oh, absolutely. It still is. And unfortunately it is at the hands of like 6 to 8 individuals that have caused so much problems and drama in this neighborhood. So those 2 individuals, that salty son of a gun, And the other lady my wife called out, we had those papers delivered, and we were just waiting on permits. Well, they thought they were going, we got you. And they called code enforcement on us.
Wow.
To say that, and they falsified documents and stated and put their name to it, mind you, ding dongs, that people were actively at my house tearing up my yard and laying down pavers.
Yeah.
So code enforcement called my contractor, because they're the ones that were on the, and this is what tells you that we already had paperwork and everything submitted and we were waiting, because code enforcement was able to tell who the contractor was doing it.
Right. Because you had the permit was applied for. It just had not gone through completely.
If nothing had been submitted yet, she wouldn't have known who to call. She would have had to drive over this and that. So she called the contractor and was like, hey, you need to stop work. This and he goes, what are you talking about? Well, you need to stop work over on Sangria Circle. You don't have a permit. He goes, we know we don't have a permit. That's why we haven't started working. Like, he's like, I'm very confused right now. And she's like, well, I had multiple neighbors in that community call and say that they were doing work there and that you guys don't have a permit. And he goes, correct, we don't have a permit, but nobody's working there because we don't have a permit. And I'm going to say this a lot to get it through to thick heads. And so I then get a text from him that he goes, your neighbors are real assholes. I'm like,
PG-13.
Yep, there we go. This is where it comes in, people. I go, good Lord, what happened now? And then he tells me.
I remember when you told me this.
And so I'm like,
believe it.
What? So then I call the city of Rockledge, which with what we do, we have a pretty good relationship with them. And I call and I talk to the head code enforcement lady, Maddie, over there. She is fantastic. She has been nothing but help this whole time.
Yeah.
She is great. And she was like, yeah, she's like, I'm going to head over there now. She's like, you guys got to stop work. She goes, the contractor said there isn't people. I'm like, Maddie, there's nobody over there. I was like, I'm looking at my cameras right now on my phone. I'm like, there's nobody. I'm like, literally the only thing that's been done is pavers were delivered until we just wait for the permit to come in. I'm like, that's it, but no work has been done.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, they're telling me that people are actively there. I'm like, nope, that's not a thing. So she did her investigation, found that, yeah, no, she's like, you guys are not breaking any code violations. Like, you guys are still good. Like, you have not started working. So she's like, there's no issue here. It's like, all right, cool, no problem.
So good. So the permit's going to be issued, right?
On to the next phase. So again, we submitted for the permit on the 24th of April. The 28th of April is when Dip 1 and 2 called in and made the false complaints. And so, of course,
and in Rockledge, generally the permits take maybe a few days to come in.
I think the longest we've ever waited was 4 days was the longest.
Yeah, and that was because Carl was sick when he was.
Yeah, exactly. And he's one of 2 people that they have.
Yeah.
So on the 28th, they made those complaints. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I'm like, code have already found that we are not violating anything.
Yeah.
We're good. Now it's just wait. Well, funny enough, City of Rockledge is one of the only places I know where they have like 5 different people review a permit. 3 people. 2 people approved. So normally it goes, these 4 individuals approve, and then it goes up to city manager, and then the city manager does a final sign off.
Okay.
Because usually if those 4 people approve, he just, whatever, move it on. He's got more fish to fry than a stupid permit. So 2 people approved. And that one of them was the admin ladies in permitting. Another one was the planning and zoning technician. They approved. So I'm like, okay, if the admin for permitting approved, and planning and zoning technician approved, Like that tells me, okay, everything's good.
It's going to be. And it's just pavers.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not like you're.
And then the next.
Building a house.
Yeah. And then the next two people that have to go through it is a Department of Public Works person, which to me, at first, I'm like, why the hell is a Department of Public Works person? And they're like, oh, it's because you guys are going to be redoing the apron that goes into the roads. Nope. Okay, I could understand that because it's between the sidewalk and the road, and that is considered easement. I could see, but at the same time, I could only see that if this isn't a public road, it's a private road. So Department of Public Works and the city of Rockledge has zero to do with our road.
But you're not redoing the apron, are you?
Yeah, well, we had to.
Oh, okay.
So we were like, okay, that makes no sense. He was one of the people like, oh, no, it's too much. I'm like, but it's not.
Yeah.
So I don't know what your whole thing, it's not. Mm-hmm. And then the other one was the planning and zoning director. And at first I was pissed coming at him.
Yeah.
Because one of the things he claimed the same thing. And mind you, these are all coming right after that code enforcement thing. So now I'm under the suspicion of they didn't properly review this. Mm-hmm. They're just seeing that code complaint.
Yeah.
And they're denying it off of that without properly reviewing. Because also when those ding-dongs called in and complained, they're like, oh, they didn't even have approval from the HOA, which we did. I have the documentation. Mm-hmm. So that's wrong. Because one of the reasons of concern for the planning and zoning director, mind you, technician approve it, now it's the director. He says, may need HOA approval. So, well, that is not within the city's confines of approving a permit.
No, because the city of Rockledge never does that. And they can't single you out and say you need HOA approval.
Exactly.
Now, Ormond Beach, they do require.
Orange County.
Yeah, they do require HOA approval for certain things.
Yeah.
But they can't just all of a sudden say.
Oh, all of a sudden now it's a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. So finally I got the direct contact info of the director. And I sent him an email saying, okay, what the heck's going on? Mm-hmm. You're claiming this, but nobody's given us any direction on what to do to rectify those concerns.
Yeah.
You're basically just click deny, hold it. Well, what the heck do you want us to do? Every industry I've been in, if you have a duty to review something, mm-hmm. you also have the duty to give the reasons to why you either approved or denied it. Like that's part of your duty. You mm-hmm. can't just deny it and then say it is what it is and not give us we have to be given a reason to be able to rectify something.
Sure.
And so I directly emailed him. I said, listen, this is what's going on. This makes no sense to me. Mm-hmm. Or any of us. I was like, I've been in the construction industry for years. I was like, my contractor as well. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, it made me. I'm like, where in the city of Rockledge codes and guidelines does it state it needs HOA? Well, it doesn't. I'm just concerned. I'm like, so why are you basing this? I was like, I'll email you right now the approval. He's like, well, if you could do. So I emailed him. He's like, oh, okay. He goes, well, those people said you didn't. I was like, oh. So in my head, I'm like, you are basing it off of this BS code complaint.
Right. Yeah.
So
and it probably has to do with they're worried about legal issues, but they don't. I mean, they need to think of legal issues on your side too, because if they're not, yeah.
So I've been talking with him, and I said, listen, I was like, everything is within code, within range. I'm like, this makes no sense. And he goes, all right. He's like, well, I'm going to send those measurements back over to the guy from Department of Public Works and whatnot. And then he got back to me. He's like, yeah, he's still denying it. I'm like, based off of his calculations. I'm like, what calculations is he doing? I'm like, I submitted new measurements for him to where I literally broke it all down. Mm-hmm. I put the square footage of the property minus the square footage of the home. This is available space. Mm-hmm. This is what the 20% would be. This is what we're doing, which is under, I mean, I made it a architectural drawing for dummies.
Yeah.
Like where it's right there. He didn't even have to bother doing the math. He still denied it. So he sends me an email back. He's like, oh, based on his calculations, he's still denying it. this and that. And I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, now we're getting into a territory that nobody wants to get into.
Yeah.
He brought up the code thing. Oh, well, there also is a code thing. I was like, code is aware of everything that's going on. They're aware that it is false statements and documentation.
So did they have to close that case in order to?
Well, and that's the thing. She's like, because of their new system is horrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like their old system, you could go in, you could see documents, this or that. You can't see any of that now.
Yeah.
So now it's really bad when these people don't respond and you can't figure out what's going on. So she was like, with the new system, she's like, am I at me? She's like, yeah, it's closed. She straight up told me on the phone, she's like, yeah, it's all BS.
Mm-hmm.
They were false statements, everything like that. She's good. She's like, it's one of those that she goes, but once the permit's issued, she was like, then I'll be able to click that it's closed out. And when I'm like, all right, that's fine, whatever. But then this guy over, the director, is stating that he's not going to issue till it's closed. I'm like, well, that's not going to work. So I said, listen, I was like, code is aware of everything going on, that it is false, this and that. And I was like, and we are working on getting legal involved because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, everything's in there. So I don't understand what he's saying about his calculations. I was like, but with the response you just gave me, that has now confirmed my suspicions that you guys are basing this off of the false code complaint.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I have been in this industry for years and have never had this issue with any municipality.
Yeah.
I was like, at this point, I'm like, we are on day 32 of getting this figured out and nobody can give us answers.
Yeah.
I was like,
because I keep asking you got the permit yet? You got the permit yet?
I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous. I was like, no department. I'm like, nobody's responding to phone calls or emails. I was like, I do appreciate, I'm like, you and code have been the only people who have responded. And I do appreciate that because at least I'm figuring out what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, but it's absolutely unacceptable that every other department is just ignoring everything. I was like, and it's crazy how much pushback I'm getting from the city for a community member who the only thing I'm guilty of is trying to make my house look better and do all of this stuff.
Well, and the other thing that you're trying to do also is people park on the road, which you're not supposed to park on the road. And so you're just trying to create a little bit wider space so you can put your vehicles.
Exactly. And I was like, it's crazy how much a city's trying to push back and then trying to tell me that you can't do this and do that. And I was like, I can send you 13 photos of houses within a mile of mine who have the same exact setup.
Yeah.
I was like, so none of this is making sense. I'm like, feel like I'm being targeted now.
Sounds like you need to get an attorney.
And I'm in the process of looking at that because all of this has started because of those two individuals who have jammed this up because their feelings were hurt, basically. Well, I don't care about your feelings. I really don't. Be sad, cry in the tub. Don't give a crap if you. So
okay, that was a little more.
Sorry, I'm just
macabre. Rated R. Christian.
It's just, I mean, these people. It is absolutely ridiculous, and I'm one of those people where I play chess, not checkers. Yeah. And these idiots are playing checkers. Yeah. And it's like, okay, so. To lead on to that more of these attacks of people attacking my wife and attacking myself and attacking our property management. Yeah. It's like, finally, like there are those stereotypes of HOAs where people don't want to deal with them because it's the HOA that's overbearing. Yeah. It's reverse in my neighborhood. It's the HOA is trying to just do what they need to do, but be lax and let people live their life. And these people want people hovering over them and micromanaging their homes. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
And so these ding dongs, one of them, I swear he he was telling people, I have heard from multiple people that he allegedly was telling them that he was a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force, and he was a past HOA president. And he was like, yes, I served in the Air Force. I was a lieutenant colonel, this and that. I could do what's good for this community, yada, yada, yada. And walking around with a petition to not kick the whole board off, but specifically targeted my wife and 2 other individuals on the board that basically don't stroke their egos. Is these people are pissed because my wife and them are not stroking their egos and giving them what they want.
Right.
When, dude, shut up and just live your life. Like, simple as that. This guy is one of those people that he has to be the hero. He has to be on top. He's a pompous. So, PG-13 people, I'm sorry. You're
gonna have to beat
I'm
a lot
letting
of
it all
this
out.
podcast.
So he goes around and he's walking around. Mind you, a 50-year-old man that walks around in a polo shirt, popping his collar, grow the frick up. So he's walking around having people sign this petition and recall thing to recall my wife and these people. All right, do it. Waste your time. We don't give a crap. Whatever. So my wife, the property manager. Now the property manager and my wife work great together.
Yeah.
Work fantastic together.
And Bree was really good. And when we moved in, speaking of, when we moved in, we heard there was a horrible property management company that was before Bree started.
Well, and that's the thing. This ding dong who is causing this problem now, that was a past HOA president, pushed that narrative out there that it was a horrible property management company, this and that. Yeah. When it wasn't, it was him being him, and they were fed up with this crap.
So
and
they left. They quit.
Fired the HOA, just like.
And then Bree came in.
So Bree came in. So
gotcha.
That's what Bree just did the other night. She fired the HOA again because common denominator here, same individual, pulling his crap again, and she's like, "It's not worth dealing with this pompous idiot."
Yeah.
Simple as that. So.
And he painted his house
Compton blue
outside of the HOA approved colors.
Exactly.
Right.
Allegedly strong-armed the ARC at the time to let him paint his house that color.
And it was not one of the approved colors.
It was not. Now, technically, and this is where there's that gray area, which he uses as his argument, which, grasping at straws, is there technically was not approved colors for the neighborhood at the time, but it did state that we are a natural color scheme.
Yeah.
So the tans, the browns, the grays, stuff like that. Natural color scheme.
Same thing like Bay Tree.
Exactly. Compton blue is not a natural color. Sorry. I don't care what way you twist it. Sorry. So that's the argument he wanted to try and use. But go back to, so he was going around getting this petition signed and whatnot. And my wife has always said, like, the day Bree's gone is the day I'm gone. Because she's like, I'm not going to deal with this crap by myself because of this idiot. She's like, it's just, it's too much. So the other night, we're sitting there, we start the meeting, and Bree says, before we start, I have to read this, and she fires the community. She puts in her resignation, basically, in short form, I'm not dealing with this crap anymore. Like, you guys have made this too difficult for us to even do our job, and for no reason but you're being whiny babies. Yeah. Essentially, that's not exactly what it said, but the short form of it, that's basically what she was saying.
She would have wrote it like that.
Right?
You guys are being whiny babies.
Simple as that. So that's when my wife looked at me and she goes, well, not the direction I thought this was going tonight. She's like, guess I'm leaving too.
Yeah.
So, and then the other 2 members on the board felt the same way, and they all dropped out. And then obviously at that point, there's no longer a quorum of people. Yeah. So the meeting has to end. The other 2 people that were still on the board, which we feel are allegedly involved with these other individuals, were like, oh, this was planned. We didn't know about this and that. It's like, no, this wasn't planned, but when you guys do crap like this, stuff is inevitably going to happen like this. Simple as that, because this is just absolutely ridiculous. You guys are being clowns, and we're not going to have any involvement with it. Because that was not the plan for my wife and them at the beginning of that meeting.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh, you already had stuff typed up. This was planned. My wife typed up that letter like in January. In January, she typed that up at the annual meeting, or whenever the annual meeting was.
Well, because I know she was talking about how she was tired of it.
And absolutely.
So it's stressful.
The best part is, because, mind you, we didn't exactly know what this petition they were going around, but we had the suspicion of what it was. But we had never seen the documents. We had never seen anything like that, which was another thing. If you want to do a petition like that, you got to bring it to everybody in the neighborhood. Yeah. And to figure this out, not people. Be selective about it. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're doing shady. So they all of a sudden, they now think they won. They think, because legitimately, this man-child went over to a neighbor's house with the paperwork he had, and he's like, we won, looking like a complete tard. And they're all like congregating over there, and I'm laughing my ass off at this point, because I'm like, you guys think you won, but did you realize that y'all just shot yourself in the foot with a double-barreled shotgun? Because this is not going to go, because you guys think you can do it this way, this and that. It's going to be a struggle for you. Good luck figuring this all out, because you no longer have the help of a property manager. You no longer have the help of people who know true HOA law and not what you think it is. Right. Like, guess what? You have people now watching every step you make, and you better do this right, because if you don't, you're going to get yourself in a lawsuit from all these people who live in this community coming after the HOA, because...
So now they have to get a new property manager.
So what they have to do, they have to hold... management company. They have to hold those two individuals that are still left on the board, they have to hold a special election, and they have to give a 30-day notice. So, and that has to go to everybody in the community.
Even the people that rent in the community? Or
no, only goes to the owners.
Okay.
That has to go to everybody in the community. And from there, once they get a full board, then they can start looking for property managers. But they have to get 3 quotes. So
while they don't have a property manager, they can't really do anything, right? They can't make any decisions, or...
I mean, technically, you don't need a property manager in the state of Florida. You don't need one. You can self-manage the HOA by using just the board. But it's definitely smart to have one, because those property managers know... So
even if you only have 2 people on the board, they can make decisions?
No, they cannot.
Okay, you have to have 5 people,
you have to have a quorum.
Yeah, and so they can't make any decisions. Like, if somebody down the street decided to paint their house pink, they couldn't do anything about it at the time. Or could they?
Really? No, not really, because there's not even a fine committee.
Yeah.
So that they can't even find people for it.
See if they can't find somebody to paint the house pink.
So, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, y'all, and people are pissed.
Yeah.
There are multiple people pissed. I mean, we have gotten multiple emails and phone calls.
It's a lot of unnecessary drama.
It is. It is legit. I haven't seen this much drama. I honestly, even in high school, I didn't see this much drama. I mean, so what I did, obviously, I can get information on anybody. Y'all have witnessed it. It does not take me long to get info on anybody.
Yeah.
So we have this individual who's part of this group. So I made a phone call. Okay, no problem. I know enough people.
Yeah.
So I called up my brother-in-law. I was like, hey, I know you retire in 4 days. I'm like, give me some information on this person. He was like, sure, no problem. So he's looking at everything, and he goes, yeah, no. He goes, I barely even consider this guy there. Wow. I'm like, so what did you find? He goes, definitely wasn't a lieutenant colonel. He goes, because I tell you right now, if he was, there would be a bio somewhere on him, somewhere.
Yeah.
He was like, there's nothing. He's like, he barely did his 4 years. He's like, he did some ROTC stuff. He's like in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. He was out by like 93, sometime around there. Oh, wow. In that range in the 90s. And He's like, he was a paper pusher. He's like, he had no combat training. He goes, besides the stuff you get in basic. What's up, y'all? Sorry about that interruption, but unfortunately, in the middle of this episode, right at this point, I did receive a phone call, which stopped the recording for that duration of time while my phone was ringing. So we missed a little good portion there. Really didn't miss much. It was whatever crap. So luckily, it was a part that really didn't matter. I tried recovering it to see if I could get it. It wouldn't happen. It was weird. I got to figure out what's going on. So maybe next episode I'll be able to go through and kind of fill in that blank there was. And I do apologize for that. But yeah, but it did continue recording after that phone call stopped ringing, which is weird, but it is what it is. This is technology, people. You can't guess what it's going to do next. So sorry about that little intermission. Enjoy the rest of the episode. Love y'all. During this whole process, well, they were trying to question people on the board, like, oh, you have to be a deeded owner of the property, this and that. Cool. Well, we finally got a hold of some of that paperwork that these ding-dongs filled out. And, these are the people we would like to go on the board in place of them. One of those people is not a deeded owner. We're like, all right, so you're an idiot. And the other individual, which is also one of the people who call code enforcement on us, who she was a past HOA president before that other ding-dong.
Yeah.
Last time she was HOA president, she let the insurance of the HOA lapse.
Oh.
So please tell me why these are great decisions of people you think can run our community when last time they did it, they ran it into the ground anyways.
Crazy.
So we're like, all right, so long story short, I already know it's been a long story, but my wife and them, they all left and we're like, you're on your own now, bastards.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I'm not going to listen to your asses. And at every HOA meeting, we're still going to come up and we are going to make sure we question every decision you make to make sure it is within guidelines and within law. And if you want to try and retaliate and come against us and do selective enforcement, I'm going to slap you down with so much litigation your grandkids are going to feel it. I was like, I'm not playing this game anymore. I went from being the nice guy in the neighborhood to where I'll help you out to go ahead and step on my property. I'm not doing it. So I'm going to get my project done. I'm going to have my nice new driveway. And when I do, I'm going to invite our old property manager over that they wanted to X out. And we're going to have a goddamn cookout in my front yard on my... Sorry, we're still in PG-13 range. I haven't dropped the F-bomb yet. And we're going to do a barbecue right in the front yard. And I'm just going to sit and laugh at them. Because if they think any of this bull crap that they have pulled is going to stop me, they have only strengthened that urge for me to get it done.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not playing that game.
Yeah.
So that's been my headache. Did you catch on to that? You might need to rewind and catch up.
That sounds like a major headache, not one that I want to go through.
It is absolutely ridiculous what these people will do. And it's funny what the one of the lawyers said for the HOA, because he even was like, these people are something else.
Well, it's like they're, it's bad enough, like the way the world is right now, but they're taking your peace away. Like you can't even have peace at your home.
Exactly. And I'm all about chaos every now and then, but I mean, something like this, when I'm home, that's my time to have no chaos. But you wanted to bring chaos at home? May the odds ever be in your favor. Please, because I'm going to have fun now. Yeah. And I'm going to be watching every single one of them like a hawk. And the second they slip up, it's all over. They thought they were a thorn in our side. Yeah. I am going to be a tent stake in their side.
So the, what is it? The Hatfield and McCoys now?
Oh, 100. Oh yeah. 100%. It is Hatfield and McCoys through and through. So like they took my pig.
Stay tuned for next week's drama.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like the lawyer was saying, he was like, he's like, these people are absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He was like, everything that they're claiming is completely unfounded. He's like, it's false allegations.
The thing about it is anybody can say anything.
And that's the thing. He's like the one ththing, he was like, the unfortunate thing is the biggest right you have in the US is to be an asshole.
Yeah.
And not, so.
I mean, because you and I both know, like, one of my crazy headaches that has continued on for quite some time is somebody just out and out lying about things.
Yeah.
And,
the crazy thing is they can say that,
yeah.
and then the burden is on you to prove them wrong.
Yeah, well,
the burden's not on them to prove that their lie is right. It's on you to prove them wrong.
Yeah, because they called the county to say that I was not a licensed contractor and I was not able to sign sign contracts.
Mind you, the license number is on the contract.
My license number is on the contract. I am clearly, and saying I'm not the owner of the company, that I am clearly the owner of. And
your face is on our logo.
Right. Okay, that stupidity. So you would think that somebody at the county would be like, no, we have all the paperwork. She sent us all the paperwork,
Yep.
to prove she has a tax ID. She has everything. So no big deal. We're not going to make a big deal about it. But no, they legit send me an email saying, it has come to our attention that you are pulling permits unlicensed. And I'm like, dude, really?
Clearly you don't know how to open your computer.
So when I called her to talk to her about it, she was like, oh yeah, I see, you are right. So you're going to make a definitive statement saying that, it wasn't like we think you could be, or, it's possible, or it's come to our attention. Someone is saying that you are, can you give us a call? No, you are.
And saying that sets you up for massive litigation. And like, so that's why, like, with my whole situation, it's, I say that this is allegedly what these people are doing because this is how I feel. Mm-hmm. And from the information and documentation I have, that it has confirmed on my end, this is what I feel. But that's why I'm not going to say this is what they're doing. I can say the certain things that they're doing, but I can't say definitively this is it, because that could not be it. And I'm not going to set myself up for litigation for that.
Sure.
So I'm going to say this is allegedly what they're doing until we can go to court and I can prove it right, which I'll be able to. But these are my allegations against them, and they can call them false allegations like I'm saying what they're saying is false allegations. Right. But these are my allegations that I feel this is what they are doing. Yeah. But what the county did, they definitively said, this is what you're doing. Yeah. And you can't do that because that's...
Well, and, I had a conversation with my attorney, and of course, we have proper recourse. We can take action. Mm-hmm. So we're just kind of holding those things. But there's other things like, you're talking about defamation, slander, libel, because it's in writing and, from that person. And there, it's a intimidation tactic. They don't know who they're dealing with. I'm not easily intimidated. And, if I do something wrong, I apologize and I fix it. And, but if I haven't done anything wrong, or I haven't, I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm not easily intimidated, and I'm not going to come out of pocket money for something I didn't do. But it caused a problem because now, you're also like when I submit paperwork to them, they're like scrutinizing it and they're like questioning it. And I had to get on to them again because they were saying, oh, this is not you. Yes, it is. Here's this paperwork. Here's this paperwork. Here's this paperwork. And, so it's just a headache on my end, but it's fine. We'll get through it.
Yeah. And, I mean, and if
God's got my back always.
If any of these people knew you, they would know, like, cause I'm the same way. It's that if you did something wrong, you're like, yep. I did.
I'm like, I did it. I'm going to fix it, whatever. But when someone's clearly trying to make you out to be a bad guy because they don't have anything else better to do.
Yeah.
So,
but and you notice what I have noticed even through like my situation, the common denominator of these people, they're retired and have nothing better to do with their life.
We need to create some more activities for these people.
Really, I mean,
We
what
need to
happened
find
to
some
y'all going to
activities.
freaking bingo? Like, the hell? Go back to bingo. Play Keno. I don't care. Leave us the hell alone. I mean,
Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is, and like I said, God's got my back. So
yeah, it just
we're, and you'll get through this, and you'll get through it.
It will, and that's
Just
why,
fine.
like, this, I'm not letting it.
Because
like,
you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything wrong, and it'll work itself out. But doesn't mean you're not going to have to go through the headaches of everything.
Yeah, you're still going to have to go through the headaches and the BS, and if any of those ding dongs see this and be like, "Hey, we got to him." No, you didn't. You didn't. Just everybody's got a vent.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. That's what the show is, and
Yeah.
everything like that. It's us venting, and hopefully it's helping any of you who, if you're in this situation, you could kind of know the process now, and like,
or if you were in the situation that we were in, what did you do?
yeah, exactly.
Let us know.
Like, maybe there's something you did that could help us out, but
Yeah.
maybe there's something like, my main thing is never give up. I mean, I have it tattooed right on my arm, never give up, because I'm not going to back down from a fight. Simple as that. If it's a fight worth fighting, I'm not backing down. Yeah, there's some stuff where it's like, it's not worth the time and effort.
Yeah.
But when you attack my family and you attack my home and you attack my well-being and my happiness,
Yeah.
that's definitely a fight worth fighting. And I'm going to fight, and they're going to realize that it was a bad decision on their end, because now if it was something legitimate where I did something wrong, yeah, I'd sit back and I'd eat it, because it is what it is. But
Sure.
I mean, if you're just doing this to be petty, I can be just as petty, maybe even worse.
Yeah.
So I'm doing what I need to do. I'm not backing down. I'm actively communicating with the city. I'm actively doing everything what I need to do. And I know, because I have all of my ducks in the road, in the end, I'm going to prevail.
Yeah.
Because it's going to come down to that there's nothing you can deny. When I have a comeback for every concern you have, you're eventually going to run out of concerns, because there ain't nothing there.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to take this out however far I need to go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And hey, like I said, things work out. They're going to work out.
Oh yeah, they will.
But so those are some of our crazy headaches that we go through. Seems like nowadays there's just so many crazy headaches.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
I mean, like I
but
said,
nothing can top. Did you see the story? I felt so bad. Speaking of who we're trying to get on as a guest, and hopefully we can get him on. It would be really nice. It'd be interesting. He was on last night live. I saw him on Facebook. That lady that got mauled by the two dogs. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge animal lover, and I'm a huge proponent of a lot of people say pit bulls, and there's not really any such animal. It's just American bullies are mixed breeds, which they usually call pit bulls. Get a bad rap, and yes, they do have bad jaws, but it's all about the ownership, the people that own them. Because I've mixed breed dogs, and I've had mixed breed dogs, and they are the biggest babies.
I mean, I have seen Chihuahuas that will chew your ankle off, and then a pit bull laying there like, duh, like, so. You really can't. It is all about the owner.
It's all about the owners and irresponsible ownership, because it's really sad. There's so many animals out there that need homes, and the ones that have some of the homes, it's just terrible. But one thing our sheriff is good about is he hates animal cruelty.
Oh yeah,
he is. That's one thing that he can't stand: irresponsible ownership of an animal or cruel ownership of an animal. So he is very good when it comes to that.
Yeah,
so
100%.
We love that about him, because we're animal lovers. Christian loves coming over, seeing our ducks and everything.
Well, I mean, every time I pull
he's a big baby when it comes to the animals.
I am. I mean, whenever I pull into your driveway and park the truck for your horse Turner, he'll run up to the fence, and if I don't,
Turner likes you.
If I don't pet him right away, he will
Yeah.
just stand at that fence and stare at me like, you gonna come over here? So I got to make sure first thing I do when I get to your house,
Yeah.
pet Turner, play with him for a little bit, and then he's happy. He's good to go.
But Asher, I don't know. I think everybody wants to murder Asher. Wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning. He's like, okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to do this. We're gonna
Wake
do
up,
that.
Mom.
Chase the cat, get the bone, chew this, chew that. I mean, he is
German Shepherd puppy for you.
Yes. Oh my gosh. He's just all over the place, but he looks grown and he's really only 9.5 months or 9.5 months
not
old.
even
He's
a year.
still a baby, but he's grown. He's huge and he's going to be bigger, I think. But yeah. And he tries to get in my lap and, but people would be scared of him. But we're responsible owners. We make sure that we keep our animals up. And
I mean, all of them are good. Like all of your animals are lovey. I mean, I go in the house and Apollo and Bean, all of them, they come running up to me because Bean knows I'm going to pick her up and play with her.
No, Bean's just sweet. I mean, she loves everybody.
I mean, me and Bean started with this company on the same day.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, me and her have that connection, and I mean, that dog's awesome. And then Apollo, for some reason, just likes licking your calf. I don't know.
Yeah, he'll go drink water and then lick your calf. He's like giving you a bath.
It's obnoxious. And he's taught Bean how to do it too now.
Yeah.
So Bean will start doing it. So I pick her right up like, no, you little Pomeranian. That's not happening.
That was a horrible story. So that would be a crazy headache.
But I definitely, I'm working to try and get the sheriff on here. I have sent emails to like the admin email. I haven't gotten anything back, but what I did find out is the sheriff gets his haircut at the barbershop right here in our plaza.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to keep an eye out.
Yeah.
And because I noticed that because before we were thinking about, let's try and get him on.
Yeah.
His cruiser was there. So,
nice.
And everybody in our county knows Sheriff Ivy's black Tahoe. I mean, it's him.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. I mean, he's got a picture of his canine right on the back. So, it's him. So, but now I know, like, okay, cool. Like, if I don't get an email back, I mean, because he's awesome about people approaching him.
Yeah.
He's not one of those people that are like, he has no problem talking with people in the community. He goes to a bunch of different events just so people can talk to him and they can see Saint, his dog, everything like that. So that's next time I see him over there, I'm gonna.
Well, we went to dinner because we were starting kind of a partnership with they're previous customers of ours, very happy, and they decided to go out on their own and they're opening a glass and door company.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, and so they're partnering with us. He's been in the glass industry for years, so like 30 years or whatever, and they've decided to open their own company, and so we're partnering with them to do windows and doors and stuff, and to help us do some windows and doors and glass, and
we're
but they bring their dog over here to this vet because we had dinner. Yeah, so when we had dinner, they're like, we're in Cocoa Flex, and they're like, oh, that's where we take our dog to the vet. It's like, small world.
And that's part of like we're adding in a lot of different stuff to the business. So we're adding several things. We're not going to pigeonhole ourselves to just roofs anymore. Yeah. Because I mean, we have the knowledge and the abilities to do other things.
Well, I have a contractor's license and I've been doing contractor stuff. I've done several remodels in Georgia and stuff and didn't do things down here, but now we're adding that in and you have experience with that and framing. And I had somebody ask me if we could do decks and I said, yep, we can do decks like around the above ground pools. Yep. And so we're going to be doing that stuff, several different things. And then I have some things that I'm working on. There's some things for the community that we want to do so that we're working towards that, but I don't want to say it yet until everything comes to play, but it should be pretty profound for the community. Yeah, so that's what we're trying to do. And then
I'd love to do more decks. I mean, stuff like that. I mean, I grew up,
lots of things.
My decks be decking. All right. I grew up I built my first deck with my father and my grandfather.
You do a really good job.
Yeah, I was 8 when I started doing that. So, I mean, I know the ins and outs of, different style of decks that people want and everything like that. And it's a real simple process. And, it's a cheaper option that people can choose to make more use of their yard, or
Yeah.
just, I mean, it's,
Yeah.
you want a deck, call Got You Covered.
Got you covered. Yeah. So we're just starting to get into more things, and we've got, like we did pavers the other day. We did some pavers. But we'll just leave it.
Well, why don't you tell me about that headache, Lisa?
So we did pavers, and our paver guy is amazing. He does a really good job, but trying to get him to come out and measure the job is the hardest thing. But he's very busy. He does other things too, besides just work with us.
Yeah.
But he's amazing. So we're doing pavers. Right now I'm painting a house in Baytree, and we're doing we're remodeling all 3 of her bathrooms.
Yep.
So that's going to be a really nice project that I can't wait to bring pictures of, because it's going to be super nice. What she wants to get done. Her taste is very, very nice.
And even if somebody wants to call, they got a chunk of property and want a whole house built. We
can build a house. We can build you a house.
I mean,
and we are looking into doing stuff like that as well. So, but because we've partnered up with another builder, and been doing things with him. So, lots of partnerships, lots of things.
We're definitely trying to spread the company more as encompassing of, like, to our name. Like, our name has Got You Covered. So we are now want to put ourselves out there of being strong on that name, because whatever you need done, we'll be a one-stop shop for you.
Yeah.
So, because we got you covered on whatever project it is you want to do, where, sometimes if you're getting stuff done, I got to call a plumber for this, and I got to call an electrician for that, or I got to have this done. Wouldn't it be easier if you can just call that one company of Got You Covered? What do you need?
That's right. We got you covered.
Like, exactly. And like, where it's that one phone call you make, it's like, okay, you need plumbing and this done. Cool. No problem. We will send those departments out to you so you can get it done. So you don't have an invoice from these people, invoice from those people, invoice from those. It's like, nope, here you go. There's everything. It's just one thing. Done.
So just got a lot of things in the works.
I dropped it.
What you
I don't know. It was a piece of plastic I had in my pocket, and I was like ADDing it with it. So, I mean,
that's okay. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and it's going.
And the thing is, I'm hoping this is.
I think I have 72 phone calls on here right now.
I think I am. It should still be recording, because it has happened to me before where I got a phone call while we were recording.
Oh, no.
And it didn't. I thought it would stop the recording, because sometimes it does.
We've had that,
So I did forget to put it in airplane mode before.
I mean, we have a huge production bunch of people. There's like 20 people running.
Everybody. Everybody. Where are you going, Jamie? No, Jesus. Anywho.
He is the production. I'm just the talent.
So literally, like, for us just to bring this each episode to you, it starts with me coming in early. I set up, because not only is this our studio, but this is my office that I also operate the roofing and the company out of as well, and the dumpsters. So
you come in early, and then he's texting me, ETA Lisa, Lisa, where are you?
I'll come in early, and I set up the lighting, everything like that. I get the mics all set up, everything synchronized. Yeah, I mean, if you saw the amount of screens I have in this office right now,
it's pretty cool.
It's full production. So I come in early, I get that set up. Once Lisa gets here, we really get to recording right away once you get here.
Yeah, once I get here, we get started.
Yeah, we get started. I pretty much have it all set to where I just toss her mic, and we're good to go. We can start recording. But then
the plan is to have more than just the Crazy Headaches podcast, because we are a production.
Yes, we do. Me and Lisa do own a production company together. So we're going to do a couple of different types of podcasts. Different podcasts. And, one of those things, even if you say there's a small company here in town that wants, a short commercial, something like that, that's something where I can handle that editing for them and everything like that. So just different stuff. I mean, it doesn't start and end with this episode. You see, it starts with me coming an hour early to get it all set up. then doing the recording for however long we do a recording,
and then doing the editing,
and then the editing, and just getting everything to the computer. And I mean, there's times where I'm editing for 4, 5, 6 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that it's a long process. So what you guys may see is an hour and a half long episode that altogether took me about 8 hours to do from start to finish. And it's not easy. I do enjoy it. It's fun, but it's not something where you can just come in, sit down and start doing it. Now, I mean, because there's also the troubleshooting problems I got to deal with. Like, I have multiple cameras that I can run, but for some reason, like, I can individually record on one because I have different GoPros, I have 360 cameras, I have 4K cameras. But for some reason, every time it comes to us filming an episode of Crazy Headaches, the only thing
crazy headache
that has been able to work flawlessly for me is legitimately recording the episode on my cell phone and sending it to my Dropbox, because there was one episode where I set up where I had 3 cameras to where we'd have different angles, but
we need different angles because I hate this angle.
But on the camera, I can, after we're done, I can see it on the camera. But for some reason, I pull out that memory card and I go to put it in the computer. It is nowhere on that memory card.
It's crazy.
I'd say, okay,
we need
no
to do
problem.
Some practice stuff, just some little shorts and
to
stuff
try and figure that out.
Things.
Or I've even physically done it where I just jack the camera up directly to the computer with the memory card in it and think, okay, maybe it's saved to the camera itself, because some of those cameras do have their own self memory. So, okay, maybe it's in that. So I'll directly hook it to that, go in, and it's nowhere in there. I can physically watch it on this camera, but for some reason, so I'm still troubleshooting that. I want to get you guys more angles for this and whatnot. So it's back and forth and everything like that.
Yeah.
I can do that through editing. A lot of our shorts, I do have a software program that I use to make those shorts to where it'll break down and I can have those different angles where it'll just show you, then just show me, which is great. But it would make it a lot easier if I could have those multiple cameras that will cooperate with me. But
So we're still brainstorming different things and different podcasts to have. So we're going to have a few different things
I'm hoping by the end of season 2, hopefully, that we can have that and not have to worry about that. But it is an ongoing process and headache.
And we need you guys to go and get your people, get your friends to check us out and subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify.
Definitely,
that's going to help. I mean, Spotify for sure.
Our YouTube, like, I have noticed that 90%, maybe more, I'm going to say 99% of our streaming of our episodes is on YouTube. Now, I don't know if that's because people like having that visual to watch it, but I also have that visual on our Spotify as well. Like, so even if you do want to visually watch it, you have the option to either make it just audio, where if you're driving down the road, you can listen to it, but you can also watch it video form on our Spotify as well. And there's some of them, like, I thought there was something wrong with Spotify for a bit, because there was like 3 episodes where there was 0 streams of those episodes. And I was like, what's going on? Is it not yet? But then I went to our YouTube and we had views on those episodes on our YouTube. It's just, people are going to YouTube and not Spotify. So please subscribe to the Spotify as well, and watch those episodes on Spotify. Watch them on Spotify and YouTube. I was trying to set up with Podbean, but they're weird. They want you to pay ridiculous amounts of money to post anything over 15 minutes. And I'm like, well, our episodes are an hour long at the minimum.
Because we as you guys can notice, we like to talk.
And
we talk.
We keep on keeping on.
We got to shut up.
Sometimes. I mean, it's good. But I mean, I think that's what kind of helps us in our professional careers too, because we're able to connect with people. And
because I like to, you're the same way. When we go out and talk to people, we like to get to know them, and not just, you're not just a number. You're not just somebody that we're coming to put a roof on. We want to get to know you and talk to you and just develop relationships. And that's,
I mean, to the point where I'll recognize customers outside of work. You know, it's kind of like when you see a teacher outside of school and you're like, you don't live there.
Now there are some customers we don't want to have.
Yeah, exactly. But
I mean, for the most part, most of our customers, we want to have, relationships with and get to know people and get to know people in the community. And if they ever need anything, they know to call us.
If I have ever had direct, like, face-to-face contact with any of our customers, now, I used to have a lot more. Now it's because I do a lot more on the back end stuff and, like, bringing the dumpster, stuff like that. But when I do have that direct face-to-face contact with any of our customers, that's something where I do develop that relationship with them, to where I have seen them outside of work and whatnot. And, hey, Christian, how you doing? And we'll chit-chat and talk and stuff like that. So all of our customers, you may have an invoice number, but that's we're not basing you to that invoice number.
Yeah.
You still have a name, you have a story, everything like that. And we like you. That's why we tell all of our customers that after we do work for them, you are now part of the Got You Covered family.
Right.
Because we don't just forget about you after that. There's a lot of companies where they'll do work on a house, and then if God forbid there's ever a problem, they're ghosted. Those people try and call, that company isn't answering. And if they do, they just give them the runabout, this and that. Is anytime we have a customer call back, and we never really have a customer call back for a problem. It's because, I have a friend, or I want this done now, or something like that. And I'm not saying we're perfect. There has been times where it's like, it happens, but we make sure that we get over there, we figure out what that problem, and we fix it. And it's one of those no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
And we don't just want a one-time customer. We want a returning customer.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of companies that they just care about getting that money from that one customer at that one time, and they're moving on and they don't care.
Yeah. Paul tells me that I don't like money, because whenever I go do a roof, I hate taking money from the customer. But I did the work.
It's like, that's the point of this. This is not charity.
So Paul is generally the money collector person, because whatever, I'm trying to learn to like money somewhat.
Well, and I got no problem collecting checks and stuff either. It's just something. But
at any rate, it's just things that we're trying to do just to help the community, and everybody does. And so I guess with that, we'll probably just end this podcast. And are there any crazy headaches that you're going through? Message us, because we'll sit here and we'll talk about it. We'll research it. We'll have you on. If you have a crazy headache and you want to come on here, message us. We'd love to. We'd love to have you on.
I have zero issues with that. If somebody has something crazy going on, where maybe it's something where basically, I don't want to call it a therapy session, but it's something.
It's like when you go to your hairdresser.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Session. It's like you're.
I mean, that's something like put it. And I say this every episode. Put it down in the comments. Like,
put it in the comments.
Even if you just put a thumbs up in the comments, like, the more comments y'all put in, the more interaction, the more we can spread this out to get more people to see it, watch it, and we can be more engaged.
Without you. I mean,
really. I mean, without you guys.
I guess we could sit here and talk to ourselves, and
without you guys, we're just two crazy people talking to each other.
Talking to each other.
We still might be two crazy people sitting here talking to each other, even with y'all watching. But that's the entertainment.
We're all a little crazy. It's okay.
A little bit.
And I think ever since COVID, we're all a little crazy.
Oh, absolutely. But please just.
But we thank you very much, and we appreciate you guys watching us and listening to us and supporting us. And we're here to help you and to let you know what's going on in our lives and show you that you're not the only one, because I'm sure you've had some sort of experience, maybe like ours, maybe not like ours, but I
hope not like ours. I honestly, I pray that we are the only ones dealing with this, because
but I don't think
we are, unfortunately.
No, I don't think that's the case. But
comment on our YouTube and our Spotify. Like our YouTube and our Spotify. Share it. I mean, everything you can do. And so we can keep this going, and we can keep spreading this, because we do want to turn this into a large community where we can all talk about these things, get things going to the point where we can go to these events and help other people. We've done stuff with
that's how we started this, was really to help
others.
Help other people. We wanted to help
did stuff with
a coworker of ours, you know, that's kind of like how we started it. And then AVET project and a bunch of different things. Cause that is really our goal in this.
It's to help other people.
It's just to help other people and just to, you know, let it all out. Let you know that we're experiencing stuff. Other people are experiencing stuff. People are trying to make themselves better. People are trying to improve themselves in life, and you know, whatever else we can do to,
I would love us to get to the point to where, I mean, we have such.
And if it's true, and we only have 15 to 20 years left, you know, like.
Right. But,
let's all get along. Let's not hate each other.
I mean, I would just like us to get to the point where we build such a strong community to where we can go to an event, like say either whether it be Wounded Warrior, AVET, even Make-A-Wish, anything like that.
Humane Society.
Where Humane Societies, where we can go in with a check and say, this is a donation from the Crazy Headache family to help support you guys. So even if it's just, say like a family, their house burned down and they need stuff, if we could be able to go in there with a check and say, our community came together to help you, please accept this. It would not be a donation from Christian and Lisa. It would be a donation from the Crazy Headache family to help out the community. And that's our main goal. We want to grow this so we can help our community, make the community stronger, and kind of get rid of the division that is around right now. Like the only way we're going to succeed is if all of us unite. And that's part of what we want to do here. We want to unite everybody and help the community. That's the only thing we're guilty of here, people.
Yeah.
So if you could just please share the crap out of this, like it, comment on every episode. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a long comment. As long as you put in love the episode or just the thumbs up emoji, something like that, that's going to help our algorithm to help this get pushed out further for other people to see it. And I want to eventually start seeing comments from people who live in Ireland and people who are Canada, South America. I don't want this just to be Florida or the United States. I want to hit this worldwide to where we're, again, not only helping people in our community, but we can help out people in the world. Like, I would love to fly over to England and be like, our community members said you were on hard times.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Be your best and be blessed. We love you.
Peace.
Peace.
Crazy headaches, banging in my head, bills on the table, text left, crazy headaches, laughing through the pain, we're talking about it all till we feel okay. Crazy headaches, pressure like a drum,